Joyful Danish. Stay human. Is it even still possible to stay human? Maybe. It's not too late.
Hello. Welcome to Joyful Danish podcast. I'm Daniel, your host, therapist, and psychomotor therapist, working with the body and the mind, and also a cryptotherapist. I try to improve health in tech, but mainly in Web3 because there's not really that much focus on that. And today's episode is how to recover when crypto drains your soul. We're gonna cover today that we explore how to stay emotionally grounded in a world driven by crypto, AI, screens, and constant noise. And today's episode is going to hit deep. We're talking about something that doesn't always get headlines, but quietly breaks down even the most seasoned crypto veterans. I call it the soul drain. It's the emptiness that can creep in after 5 years or plus in the space, and when you no longer feel scared or excited, you just feel nothing. Today I walk you through a raw story from someone who lived it. Here's a small appetizer from that. No mofo sits in a Telegram group and talks about their Apple stock day and night and gets emotional about this and that. It's solely a crypto phenomenon. And this is also why crypto is both the best and one of the most dangerous things in the world. It's addicting and designed in a way to get you engaged. That was a quote from the Greek god 11 on Twitter. And more about his story that inspired this episode today. And I'm actually also going to do a live stream with 2 other therapists, and I will link to that video as well, so you'll be able to check that out if you're interested further in the topic. But the other interventions that the other therapists are going to bring into this topic. And 10 preventive practices to avoid getting there in this soul drain scenario. And 10 responses strategies if you're already feeling pretty hollow and empty. And lastly, but not the least, 1 guided recovery exercise to begin restoring your inner life. So, let's start with the story that inspired this episode. Here's a reflection shared by someone who's been in crypto for over 5 years. Again, I'll link that in the show notes if you want to read the entire thing yourself. But here's a little bit of this piece that I found it interesting as well. I wouldn't change much because the truth in his words speaks for itself. I'm not scared, not worried. I simply feel nothing. I'll never sell. I'd rather be homeless than sell during a bear market. But it's like life keeps passing and nothing ever happens. Misery becomes the default mode. You get older, you lose time. No bull run can fix that. And crypto became my identity, my full-time hobby. Day and night. For what? It drains your life, your soul, your creativity. I regret ever making an online account. You have to constantly deliver. Everyone expects something, and I feel empty, burned out, sucked out of my life force. Just like Frodo and after Mordor, Lord of the Rings reference. Unable to return to the Shire. So I would say, quote ending, if you felt even 10% of what he describes, stay with me. Let's talk about how to prevent this from happening to you. And if we go over the preventative actions, I will go over what can be done if you already are in this state afterwards. But preventative These are small doable habits to keep crypto in your life without it becoming your life. So one thing could be treat crypto like an investment, not an identity. Decide how much time you need to spend and don't make it your personality. So maybe rethink about your strategy that you chose. Could there be a more passive and less time consuming and stress triggering strategy type? That's actually what's inside my book as well, the people's health playbook, crypto people's health playbook. Because that is definitely a factor that many people don't really think about. High risk, high reward, sure, but it also includes high stress and high sleep deprivation and a lot more stuff that you maybe haven't taken into account that will be a price that you pay, not just financially, but also with your health. Second thing you can do is schedule offline weekends monthly. No charts, no Telegram, no Discord, no Twitter, X. Let your nervous system reset and get some rest. Number 3, reinvest in hobbies that bring life outside crypto. Art, hiking, games, music. This gives the soul room to breathe and remember that, oh yeah, life is also about this. This is pretty nice. Revisit hobbies that you maybe had as a kid or teenager that you actually really liked, but now kind of forgot because you had to be suddenly all this serious adult that wanted to succeed and nothing is good enough and always pushing and pushing, you know? Never give yourself a break. Number 4, protect your mornings and evenings. Avoid checking prices right after waking up or before sleep, or at least think about things that you're grateful for if you do check the price, because, all right, be realistic with yourself, of course. So in the beginning, check the price maybe, but then think about 3 to 5 things you're grateful for in your life. And in the evening as well. But the catch is, as I've said in other episodes as well, I do this every evening in particular. I've done it for years. Think about 3 to 5 things that you're grateful for, but it has to be from today. That keeps the exercise fresh, but it also keeps your brain more alert to scout during your day what was actually nice. What did you enjoy, even though how small of a thing it was? And number 5, create social circles outside of crypto. So crypto Twitter is not therapy. Sorry to tell you this, but it isn't. It's actually more the reason of why you maybe should need therapy. Heyo, crypto therapist here. You can actually book a free call for a limited time with me online. But yes, I do accept crypto if you ask. Or wonder. But I just wanted to throw it out there for the people who maybe are curious about it. And what can you else do? You can find real and virtual spaces where you don't have to perform. There's a lot of meetups or Eventbrites that you can go to where you can actually find a lot of great events. Board games, football, volleyball, comedy nights. There is a lot of stuff actually, and most of them actually are free, at least here in Lisbon where I am located, and it's nice, and it's a nice way to remember there's also a world outside of crypto. Number 7, turn off constant notification. Are you really that needed that you're going to need notification from whatever, you know, bombardments, you know? It's too much. Could you actually maybe turn it down a little bit so it's not all the time? It's worth considering. Number 8, define your enough. At what point would you let go and live? Most people don't know. So sit down and try to think about what is your enough list. What is thing that you actually can enjoy right now, today, without needing a coin to go 1,000,000% up. What is something that you actually find pleasure in before you even knew there was a thing called crypto? Is it like petting your cat, your dog, walking in nature, sensing the scents and the different smells at the beach, in the woods, local park, flowers? Can be so many things. Number 9, build screen-free rituals. While you're cooking or while you're eating, never have your phone around then. Or when you're gardening or when you're walking. That restores your senses. Or just go for a walk, but you don't have your phone with you. Yeah, that seems maybe scary at first, but it will help your body to actually, okay, I can actually also live without having my phone on me all the time. I'm not 100% dependent on it, always. I can actually have a life without my phone near me. And number 10, celebrate progress in life, not just the market. Document friendships, new habits, or personal wins that have nothing to do with price action. That you actually did win for a walk, or you actually did train today. Maybe you didn't do it yesterday, but you did it today. Stuff like that, you know. And now you are maybe feeling like the person in that story that we'll come back to. So maybe we should actually revisit him, some of his article text before we go to the responses. If you already are numb and soul drained and totally empty, yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay. Real talk. I never thought this will happen back then, but I'm probably close to reaching a breaking point. I'm not speaking from a standpoint of I'm close to give up and I sell my bags because I'm so scared. Truth is, I never sell. I'd rather be homeless and lose everything in my personal life than ever sell a penny in a bear market. I'm neither scared or worried or anything. I simply feel nothing. And this is the issue. If you've been here as long as me, you understand that certain things takes a while, but also you get older. You see life passing by and misery is omnipresent, shadow behind your back. And the worst feeling is realizing that most often nothing ever happens. It's always you're hoping, wishing, praying for specific things to show up in your life, but they never do. They never do. So unless you actively start to get things done, life will simply continue to pass. And one day you're old, you're sick, and no amount of money can fix that. No amount of money can reverse to the past. No amount of money can bring time back. Time that you lost while waiting for whatever. It's the same with waiting for a bull run. Sure, there's a little alternative out there. If you're not in crypto, what else will you do? You're doomed. If you're not fully staked or stacked, it's your only way out. Even if it means having to go through hell for this. No, you see, what I particularly regret is having made crypto a full-time hobby, a passion. Day and night, you're reading, posting about it, about nothing else. And what for? So it drains your energy non-stop. It drains your life, drains your soul, drains your creativity for something else in life. What people should do instead is making an investment and then go off for years, just as they do with stocks. No mofo sits in the Telegram group and talks about the Apple stocks day and night and get emotional about this and that. It's solely a crypto phenomenon. This is also why crypto is both the best and most dangerous thing in the world. It's addicting and designed in a way to get you engaged. Oh, look at this fancy dog coin with the funny memes. Many crypto coins do not have a cult in them without a reason. Back then, men went on into fraternities that had men's club. They had all kind of sacred spaces where they met with older guys and shared their passion and struggles like brotherhoods. And now it's crypto coins. It's absolutely degenerated, but totally fitting for the absurd times we live in today. I sincerely regret a time to ever have made an online account, because it drains you. You constantly have to be productive. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate the many people I meet, I appreciate the many experiences I made, and a lot of stuff I learned along the way, but on a deeper surface, there is moments I simply hate everything that has to do with crypto. Sometimes you want to share your many other passions, but most do not care. Most expect you to deliver, to keep the mob entertained and help those struggling life through these times. Everyone expects something. It's all so tiresome. I perfectly understand the pivot of the situation. It's designed this way. It's all became so redundant and boring and tiring to make everyone, including me, feel awful. I feel awful because I'm burnt out. 5 years of non-stop content. Okay, let's pause there and let's go back to the 10 responsive action if you already are numb, and then we will finish with the rest of the text, the finishing one. And the first one is name your numbness. Like this guy actually did, you know. This is the first step back to feeling. Say it out loud, write it down, feel the emotional blank, talk to a friend, let it out. Do something. Because most people, they end up bottle these things up. Again, because they're in crypto, they're in their own little bubble, they don't talk to anyone, nobody understands, nobody cares, right? Like this guy also kind of indicated. I have other things I would like to talk about, but it seems like, well, everyone is occupied, and if you're not fast enough or entertaining enough, they lose interest. Yeah, that's kind of a scary thing, and it reminds me actually from a different quote I read on Twitter the other day, and I'll link it below as well, from Curry Muscata. He was writing, "Our world is so stimulated that presence feels like boredom, slowness feels like laziness, and silence feels like terror." That is that is scary how accurate that actually pretty fitting for today's society, especially the new generation, right? But yeah, that's how I feel like it is pretty valid. How can we stay human? Because otherwise we will eventually become these stimulating, addicting, robotic machines that not really feeling anything and not really being present in anything and just are everywhere and nowhere at the same time. And then I feel like that then we will definitely eventually feel empty altogether then, because you are nowhere. You're not invested in anything, and in that way you're losing yourself without knowing it. You become your own ghost in your own life that just is wandering around without really going nowhere. So, well, suddenly became a little bit depressive there. But it is kind of heavy, right? That's why I feel like that it was so essential that we need to talk about it. All right, back to things that we can do. Stop consuming content for 48 hours. Break the loop. No videos, tweets, alpha. Just let your mind breathe. Go for a retreat. Go for a weekend getaway. Do something. 3. Do a nervous system reset. Sit somewhere safe and slowly exhale. Longer than you inhale. Try 4 seconds in. 6 seconds out. Where you're mentally counting. And a 4th thing you can do. Write a letter to your pre-crypto self. To your younger self where you didn't knew anything about crypto. What would they be proud of? And what will surprise them? And what will be a good advice they will recommend you to maybe remember to practice? 5, let someone close to you know what you're going through. Say, I feel empty. I think it's related to being crypto too long. I have not much else going on in my life that is not about crypto. Maybe I should do something else. Do you have some ideas that I can add to my life so it gets a little bit more diverse? 6, revisit non-crypto passions, even if it feels pointless. Because you're just waiting for the moon, right? Well, we don't know how long it will take. So while you wait, it will still be pretty good that you actually can do other stuff. Joy may feel far, but action brings it closer. Number 7, take a digital sabbatical pause, even for just 3 days. Don't just reduce screen time, disconnect. Trust that crypto will still be there when you return. 8, get therapeutically support. Again, you can reach out to me. You can get, for a limited time, a free session. And you can also use ChatGPT if there's certain stuff that you would like to reflect over and try to slowly make your inner thoughts visible. That's definitely also a tool that you can consider. But you can also use both, because I am pretty specialized in this field. I've been doing it for a couple of years now. And yeah, there's definitely a need for it. So yeah, you're welcome. And this is the 9th thing that you can consider. Reconnect with nature and your body. Swim, hike, lay in the grass, touch the earth. You need grounding. And that's kind of what earth, the ground you're standing on, is. It's literally grounding you. Walk in the bare feet and just feel your physical sensations. That alone will automatically slowly shift your focus from here, all your thoughts, down to your body. And yeah, when you get the experience, it will actually kind of justify its own practice. Yes, this is what I remembered, and I forgot. So every time you do it, it helps you to go back to the present and to be human again. Number 10, accept that grief might be part of this. Yes, you can grieve time wasted, lost, but grief can lead to clarity if you don't turn away from it. Yeah, and there is a short meditation, but before, I feel like I'll end the text from this guy, the Greek god 11. 5 years of non-stop content, 5 years of precious time that may or may not be wasted and thrown out of the window. Most cannot relate because most haven't been here for this long, and most people are consumers. Most people are energy vampires. They consume, but they never provide. I simply feel empty as never before, sucked out of my life force. And I kind of doubt that even if crypto exploded tomorrow, it wouldn't change a single bit for my soul's health. It might calm the wounds, but all those scars will never go away. Just like Frodo, unable to return to his former life, forced to leave Middle-earth. Just like him. Yeah. Great writing, actually. Great self-reflection. And I could see a lot of people actually comment to his writing that he made on X. And again, I'll send the link below if you want to read it yourself. And now go back now to a short meditation, and it what can you say, like a permission slip for you to simply sit comfortably, if it's responsibly for you to be able to do so, if you're not driving and whatnot, but sit comfortably, close your eyes, breathe, take a slow, full breathe in. Now place your hand over your heart, your chest. Say to yourself, I am more than what I hold. I'm more than this timeline. Breathe again. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your body. And everything that it needed to contain, all these experiences, all these scars, all this baggage that you kind of accumulated, but maybe haven't cleaned up, just suppressed. Feel your heartbeat, beating and keeping all this alive inside you. You're alive. This is your signal. And now imagine that this is your inner house that you are observing and walking in. And now imagine a younger version is inside this home in one of your rooms, maybe before crypto. What would they want you to remember? Ask the person. Listen for the answer. Ask them, what do they still dream about? And what did they enjoy doing back then? Let them show what that is in the house. Just follow the person. See what they're showing you. What are they highlighting that they actually enjoy doing? That you maybe forgot that you actually also enjoyed doing at some point in your life. Breathe in. Hold it. Breathe out. Say thank you for the visit. Close the door to your house and walk out in life and say thank you for the visit, the house visit, and let that be enough for now. And whenever you're ready, open your eyes, come from an inwardness of your focus and attention to a more outward attention to your outer world. Welcome back. The real danger in crypto isn't just financial loss. It's the emotional erosion. When you lose your sense of self, your joy, your connection to others, connection to yourself, that's a price no bull market can repay. If any part of this resonated with you today, I invite you to reclaim your time and energy and reflect on who you are outside of crypto. And remember, you're not alone in this. Again, if you look into the link of this guy's text that he wrote on X, you will see actually a lot of people who responded that they were resonating with this expression that he was giving of how he experienced being in crypto for so long. I mean, I've been in crypto since 2018. I do recognize some of this, indeed. But that doesn't make it more right that you should accept it and then do nothing. So, yeah. But thank you for listening, and I wish you a great day and invitation to do one thing so you can enjoy life more today. Just one thing. It could be a small thing, it could be something. So you can start to enjoy your life today, just in some degree, because that is actually important. If you cannot be happy now, or feel that happiness in some degree now, it might not be that more easy when you actually have more of something, because more will always want more. It will never be enough. So that's why I also talked about the enough list earlier. But I wish you the best, and until next time, stay human and take care.
Joyful Danish. Stay human. Is it even still possible to stay human? Maybe it's not too late.